Monday, September 12th, 2016. Maneko 64 here, home of alternative economics and contrarian views. Second update this morning. It's 9:30 London time, so my first update was at 7:30. Right now, the Dow is down 170, so it's right near the lows of the day. It's at 17,915. S&P is down 20 points now at 2108. The low's been 2101. But I'd like to update you on European markets because they're important as well, of course. The German DAX, which is the equivalent of the Dow, that's down 228 points, or at 2.1%, and it's at 10,330. The FTSE 100 in the UK is down 120 points, or down 1.77%. But more interestingly is the bond market. Back around 7:30 this morning when I was speaking about the markets, Treasuries were actually a little firmer, yields were a little lower. But right now, things have turned. The 10-year note yield is actually up 2 basis points at 169. So it looks like bond markets are also having a tough time, not just stocks. And usually that shouldn't happen. In the last, 10, 15 years, especially recently, every time stock markets dropped, there was a so-called flight to quality or safe haven into treasuries. We're not seeing that now. And there's a lot of people out there saying it's because of Boston Fed's Rosengren saying that, they might have to hike rates if the economy overheats. I think that's not why yields are going up. They're going up because they're just going up. Because in Europe, for example, we've had QE, we're still doing QE, the ECB, Bank of England starting to do more QE, they've cut rates, they're expected to cut again. And guess what? European government bonds, their yields are up as well, and their prices are dropping. So I think it's more than just, someone at the Fed saying the economy is going to overheat. How can the economy overheat when almost 100 million people are out of the workforce, when like almost 50 million people are on food stamps? Give me a break, overheating. But anyway, so looking at the European government bonds, for example, you remember that I spoke about the German Bund, which is the German government bond. The 10-year yield in July dropped to negative 0.19, or negative 19 basis points, while today it's up 4 basis points, which isn't, well, it is quite a bit. Back in the day when I used to, deal in Bund futures, up 4 basis points probably meant a third of a point lower for the bonds. And it wasn't a huge day, but with what's been happening, up 4 basis points is quite a lot, considering the DAX is down over 2%. And we're now at a yield of 0.05, or it's positive, is back positive, the Bund yield, at 0.05 basis points. And for the last month, German Bunds are up 16 basis points. So this is not a Rosengren thing, in my opinion. UK gilt, the 10-year gilt. Gilts are the UK government bonds. They're up 3 basis points today. And for the month, gilt, the 10-year gilt is up 38 basis points. Just remember that the more the yield goes up, the more the price drops, okay? France up 4 basis points today, up 23 on the month. Italy up 5 basis points, up 25 on the month. Spain up 2 basis points, up 18 on the month. Portugal, that's up 8 basis points today, and it's up 54 basis points on the month. So yes, it looks like there's no respite at the moment for bonds either. Let's have a look at the U.S. Treasury 30-year bond. Well, that's now at 240. I think we closed at 239. So the yield is up, the price is down. 10-year, I spoke to you about that already. It's 169. That's up 2 basis points. So treasuries are down. And the other thing I like to touch upon, which is I think quite important, is the Hillary Clinton situation, health situation. According to her doctors, she's got pneumonia. Many people, might question that. People have been looking at her health. And I've looked at this article. It's on usasupreme.com. There's an article from the 17th of August. And it says, the DNC rules are clear. If Hillary drops out, the second candidate with the highest number of delegates gets the nomination. And that's Bernie Sanders, actually. So I don't know what's going on. She collapsed yesterday in New York during the observance for the 15th anniversary of 9/11. She had to be, picked up and put into a van by her handlers. So, some people think it might be a ploy so she doesn't have to do the debates with Trump, because she knew Trump would beat her quite badly, probably. The other thing people are talking about is that WikiLeaks, she's probably, knows that some pretty incriminating things might come out, and that she's preparing herself, just say, oh, my health is bad, I'm going to have to withdraw. Bernie Sanders would, according to the DNC rules, be the candidate for, the presidency. And I read here from this article, it says, the rules clearly state that it says, but if Assange releases the documents that can bring Hillary down, there's a good chance that Clinton will lose the nomination pretty soon. Then another candidate will have to take her place as a Democratic nominee, and only Bernie Sanders has the remaining delegates on his side. So apparently the other thing it says here, the DNC rules are clear. If she drops out, the second candidate with the highest number of delegates gets the nomination. In this case, Bernie Sanders. He did not concede with acclamation, so he kept his delegates. He's next in line according to the delegate count. Well, that would throw the cats amongst the pigeons, so to speak. If Hillary Clinton drops out of the race and it's a Trump-Sanders race, you can imagine what would happen to the financial markets. Or maybe the financial markets are, sometimes they have a nasty way of forecasting events. So there you go. That's where we are at the moment. It's just gone. It's 9:45 a.m. London, so 4:45 a.m. New York time, and I'll keep you posted if things get really wild. So if you like my videos, please like, share them, and subscribe. And you can also donate to my channel. There's 3 links below in the description for Bitcoin, Patreon, and PayPal. Take care. Bye.